welcome back and thank you for checking out the video. As you can see, this is a reveal for the next project that's going to be on the channel. Long-term deal. This is not going to come together anytime super soon, but we will be knocking things out as best we can as time and money permit. So what you see is a 1973 Datsun 240Z. It's kind of the predecessor to the 350 and 370Zs from Nissan. This car's pretty unique in the fact, at least in my opinion, for a 73, it does have an independent rear suspension instead of a solid axle. So it's a pretty neat little car. This was actually my stepdad's car, and he finally decided to turn it loose and let me get a hold of it and get it back on the road. So originally this car had a 2.4 liter inline six with a 5-speed, and I have everything to put it back original. All the original parts off the car I've got in my shed that can go back in it, but I don't think that's the direction we're going to wind up going with this. Pretty well decided we're going to do an LS swap, typical, right? Solid axle rear end, and we're going to turn this into hopefully a fun little track toy. The game plan is a 5.3. I've got an old Silverado sitting up here on the hill that I can pull the motor out of and you know, do the work I need to do to it to get it in good shape for this car, and go from there. So probably going to be a 5.3 with a Power Glide behind it, and like I said, I think this is going to be the track toy. The Camaro that you see on this channel as well is probably going to be my true street car, if you will, something I can definitely drive around on the weekends and enjoy. And this will kind of be the new long-term build to try to go a little bit faster, if you will. So give you a quick rundown on the car, kind of some of the things that we're going to be doing, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. So as expected with any older car, especially something that's, you know, going on 50 years old now, we're going to have to do some sheet metal work. So to give you an idea, the floor pans in this car are in pretty rough shape. Good news is I already have replacements to put in once these get cut out. And the seat mounts you see here and here, those will probably be going away, just because of the direction this build's going. I don't think we'll be reusing the original seats. But as you can see, floor pans need replacing, and the next biggest concern really is behind the wheel well here. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. This car, from my understanding, was not wrecked before he parked it, so this probably happened as it was sitting in storage over the last, you know, 40-something years, which, if you notice, the last time this thing was tagged, I believe, was in 1980, so it's been sitting for a while. But that's the other area of concern, and I think this is going to be pretty minor, but still a place I want to doctor up nonetheless. I got two rust holes here in the hatch area. One's there, and of course one is there. So this is typical on these cars from everything I've been seeing. You know, water collects under the hatch after running down some of this channel here and getting pulled up in these areas. So this side is the only side that's got rust. This side looks pretty solid, and we should be in good shape there. So like I said, the car is, for what it's worth, I think the car is in pretty good shape. I haven't seen anything, you know, too crazy. And if you notice there, the 40-something-year-old hatch shocks actually still work. So pretty nice. I can't really complain about where the car is at. Like I said, we just got a little bit of work to do. I say a little bit, we got a lot of work to do, but it's nothing that's completely out of this world, and I don't think this is going to be a bad project at all. So one of the things that I want to talk to y'all about too is the suspension setup that we're going to wind up running in this car. And we're going to probably wind up throwing ladder bars in it to start with, and I'll go back to the driver's side and kind of show you something that we're looking at having to do, which is kind of interesting, kind of weird with this car being as small as it is. You know, it's going to weigh very little, which is nice, but its size does lead to some interesting things that have to happen. So I'm looking at a ladder bar kit. It's a 33-inch kit, which is a fairly standard size from everything I've seen. And the issue we run into is, as you can see, we have a very short distance between the rear tire and basically the seats. So measured out, a 33-inch ladder bar, once we get it in here, is actually going to wind up somewhere basically in between the seat mounts. So I've seen it done. It works. You just got to be kind of careful about how you set up your ladder bars. Obviously, you don't want it to hit the tire too hard, because this short wheelbase will take off and get the nose up really high really quickly if you're not careful, obviously. So anyways, Game plan with that is ladder bars. We'll probably just wind up cutting the floor pan and welding a cross member in here and attaching one side to the other. So, or not one side to the other, but using that as our mounting point for the ladder bars. So that will be coming. Like I said, this is a very long-term project. This is not gonna, you know, be together in the next 2 or 3 months. It's gonna take a little bit longer than that. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. This is gonna be the track toy. Like I said, 5.3 LS swap, Power Glide, Ford 8.8 is what's going in the rear end. It's out of a Mustang, so I got to get the gears installed in it. I think it's a limited slip, but I think it's got 270 somethings in it, and I got a set of 373s to get put in there once the time comes. So that's where we're at. Appreciate y'all stopping by and checking it out, and definitely stay tuned. I've got plenty of stuff coming for the Camaro that you see on the channel as well, and hopefully sometime soon in the next couple weeks we'll start knocking out the sheet metal work on this car, getting the floor pans back in it, taking care of that dent in the quarter, and patching up that area there in the hatch. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. It's a pretty quick video, and we'll see you on the next one.